In honor of Halloween, let's discuss frightening finances and how to overcome them. Joining us is financial professional Brett Schunkweiler. Thank you for joining us. What are some of these frightening finances and situations a lot of people find themselves in?
Well, there was a recent survey out, and the survey said that 61% of baby boomers actually fear running out of money more than they do dying. So there's 5 main common fears I see all the time. So the first one is losing your job. So I tell my clients I want you to have 3 to 6 months of gross annual earned income saved. So I might say, easier said than done. How can we do that? So, you know, start up a checking or savings for $50 to $100 a month and get that going to where you can help build that up to hopefully get 3 to 6 months saved. Another fear that people have is asking for a raise. So 41% of people, according to salary.com, actually ask for a raise. 84% of employers plan on their employees asking for a raise. So you might say, well, where's the disconnect? Well, employees just don't think to ask, but also when they go in and before you go into your boss's office and hammer down his door, you might say, all right, well, I need to come prepared. So people in a similar occupation need to look at what they're making. Also, you need to say, all right, do I deserve a raise? And then how much do you want to ask for? So, you know, raise, that's another fear.
What are some tips that you kind of have to try to direct maybe your customers or people in trying to get a raise? At the end of the day, I think we all would love to have more money, but you don't want to come across as being greedy, or maybe they say, oh, look here, I'm this greedy person.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the main thing is just do a good job. So do the job you're hired for and do a good job and do it well.
Okay.
You know, in this environment, you know, show up, you know, maybe before you need to and then leave a little bit later than what you need to, just to make sure that, you know, in this economy you're set up right.
There you go.
A couple of the other fears that people are worried about is, you know, credit card phobia. You might say, all right, I don't want to charge a whole lot. Well, as long as you can pay it off every single month, that's good to be able to help build credit, but make sure you get it paid off every month.
Because you see those interest rates, they continue to climb, and they're not friendly at all.
Not friendly at all. You know, talking about finances is another big one. You know, people just fail to have the conversation about finances. You know, they find it stressful. I don't want to talk about money, but then, you know, I notice for some of my elderly clients, they're like, all right, well, you're getting to the point in time that you might not be able to handle your finances anymore. So you need to have that conversation with your child or your kids to say, all right, what can we do to make sure that we pass that on at the time that we need to? On my website, schunkweilerfinancial.com, I actually have something that people could look at to say how we could start up that conversation. And the last and most important one is running out of money. You know, people just don't plan enough. So, you know, do everything you can to create a strategic plan to make sure you don't run out of money.
And definitely some important tips. Thank you, Brett, for joining us, and we'll be right back. You're watching Channel 8 Eyewitness News Midday.